Hello, hello. So, narito na naman tayo ngayon para sa ating almost weekly na FB Live para sa analysis natin sa iba't ibang stock. At usually, mga speculative stock or mga trending stocks ngayon sa Philippine market yung tinatalakay natin dito. So, kumbaga, mga stocks na talagang in demand ng nakararami. So, ayun, antayin muna natin na mag-join yung mga kababayan natin na nag-aabang talaga sa weekly FB Live na to. So, ayun, marami nang nag-join. So, hello sa inyo ang lahat mga kababayan from different parts of the world. I am really glad that mayroon tayong ganitong okasyon na wherein we are really meeting via virtually and having a common goal to become a profitable investor or trader in the Philippine stock market. So, paki-confirm lang guys kung klaro ba yung boses ko or kailangan ko bang lakasan pa yung boses ko. So, kung loud and clear, pwede tayong mag-umpisa. So, paki-type lang dito sa comment kung klaro ba talaga para maumpisa na natin to. So, right. So, okay. So, marami nang nagta-thumbs up or like. So, I assume na naririnig ng lahat. Pero, just to be sure, okay. So, Alvin, salamat sa confirmation na klaro pa. Klaro yung boses. So, ayun, hindi ako masyadong nagpapakita ng mukha ko sa live na to kasi nandito naman yung picture sa aking Facebook. So, tingnan nyo na lang po. So, ayun, batiin muna natin yung mga kababayan natin sa iba't ibang panig ng daigdig. Paki-emphasize na lang or paki-comment na lang kung galing kayo saan kayo nakabase ngayon or yun, Saudi Arabia ka ba or Dubai, United Arab Emirates or America or saan man para malaman natin kung hanggang saan inaabot yung live na to. So, bago natin umpisahan ay batiin mo natin mga kababayan natin from different parts of the world. So, nandito si Christopher Yorag, John B. Piscos, Lemuel, Dairit. Salamat sa confirmation, Lemuel. Anthony, Jess, klaro, okay, Silver Bullets. So, mas talagang delikado tong pangalan, Silver Bullets. John B, okay, from Taiwan. Wow, ayos ah. So, Anthony, Alex, Itet. Wow, maraming talagang nag-aabang. So, I'm very glad na parami yung mga nag-join sa weekly FB Live ko. So, ngayon naman, okay, Ted from Los Baños, Laguna. Wow, yeah, si Ted pala ay recently nag-contact sa akin para sa aking stock mentorship program or weekly stock updates. Salamat, Ted. So, ayan, Joseph Merodio, salamat. Good evening sa iyo dyan. So, ayan guys, I know for sure na nandito tayong lahat dahil marami sa inyong interesado sa analysis ko about No Corporation at PXP. So, dinagdagan ko ng isa PXP kasi last time, marami din nag-request ng PXP but unfortunately, yung isang stock yung majority yung boto. Kaya idadagdag ko na lang to. So, guys, magpakilala muna ako. I'm Arnel Pacula. You can call me Neil. I am based here in Europe. I am here in Hungary, in Budapest. I'm an engineer, a teacher, a stock mentor, investor, and a trader. So professionally, I was teaching in Philippines, but I studied engineering, electronics and communication engineering, and right now I am an engineer here in Hungary. Before I was an engineer, I was also working in Globe Telecom, but I moved to Hungary because I got married here. My wife is here. So So, my main goal is really to share my investing and trading skills to mga kababayan natin sa iba't ibang bansa. Kasi alam naman natin na only 1% of the Filipinos knows how to invest or knows how to trade the stocks. And maraming mga nagtre-trade pa ngayon na medyo nalilito or confused kung ano ba talaga yung magandang gawin. So, trading in the dark. So, guys, I want to say to you that you don't really need to trade in the dark kasi what you can do is really, of course, you need to study first the market, but the mentors can really guide you more and speed up your learning curve when learning the stock market. So instead of learning stock market for 1 year, you can shorten that time to 3 months or shorter. And of course, after that, the practice and due diligence to continuously learn should be there always. Kasi market is changing every now and then, and so we always need to update our skills and knowledge. All right, so teka lang. All right, so so ayan guys. So for those who are interested about my stock mentorship program, you just go to Facebook and then just type stock mentor. Stock mentor Neil page, and then guys, you can go to my page, and then go to the shop, and there you go. All the services that I have that I'm offering: weekly stock update, stock mentorship program, consultation, and my recorded session. So you can really get more info about this. Alright, so yan lang, advertisement lang yan guys. Pasensya na. So ngayon naman ay mag-focus na tayo sa ating stock na gusto nating analyze, which is PXP and Now Corporation. Pero I will start first with Now. Alright? So right now, kasi sa pangalan pa lang eh. Ayun, so talagang marami talagang nag-aabang sa aking FB Live every weekend, every Sunday. And I'm really planning to make it regularly every Sunday. So parang para bang TV channel ba or TV program na talagang inaabangan mo every, let's say, maalala mo kaya 'di ba? Inaabangan natin 'yan. I don't know kung still Thursday or anong araw na yung maalala mo kaya. Pero Sunday 10 p.m. every Sunday 10 p.m. Philippine time. FB Live analysis with Stock Mentor Neil. Always watch out and put that to your calendar. All right? So, ayun. So now, let's analyze now. So let's pull out the chart. So guys, while it's loading, okay, may advertisement dito yung Investagram. So while the chart is loading, I would like to tell you the technique usually that I'm doing. So I'm really a big fan of price action trading. So of course, I'm also an investor. I have a part of my portfolio which is really about investing. So I know a lot about investing, fundamental analysis, tinuturo ko yan sa mga student ko, then technical analysis as well. So for another part of my portfolio is all about swing trading. And usually these stocks are those which have really good setups. So I have a predefined setups na tinitrade ko. So there are many setups that you can trade. But I have only, special setups na yun talaga yung hinahanap ko. Then tinitrade ko, minamaster ko. And then I trade it consistently and profiting consistently. So of course, it's not all the time that profit is there. But there are times that the market is going against us. What is important here is that you need to exit and you need to know when to exit, right? So you need to find out or know by yourself that the market is not going towards that expectation that you have. That's the secret, guys. So if the market is going against you, you have to exit at your predefined stop loss or cut loss. Bakit natin kailangan yan? We need that in order to minimize our losses. And we need the stop losses in order for us to be still in the game. if you are accumulating that paper losses by time. So this is applicable, guys, kung you are swing trading. But if you are investing, it's a different story. Kasi for me, long-term investing, I won't even do cut loss. But you need to make sure that you are really choosing the stock, which is good for long-term investing. But if you are choosing a stock, speculative stock, and then you tell me that you want to go for long-term investing, I think you need to review that strategy, because there is something wrong there. So it's not fair. So long-term investing, you don't need to do stop loss. What you need to do is just add your positions when the price is going lower, right? Because time will come that the trend will reverse, and those shares that you have bought at the lower price will then have capital appreciation, and then at due price, you can sell it at a bigger or higher price, and then profit is there. But take note, you only do long-term investing for those companies which are fundamentally good and trading at a discounted price. Right, for swing trading, it's a different story, especially for speculative stocks like Now Corporation, like PXP, like IDC, like HVN, those third telco candidates. I tag them all as a speculative stock. So while we do not know yet and we do not have yet that solid information that can tell us that particular company will be the third telco, then every third telco candidates will be speculative for me. So if it is a speculative stock, you never hold stock for long term, right? Because it's very dangerous, guys. Kasi pag hindi yan ang stock na mapili sa third telco, then you will be risking a lot of your capital. Right, so for me, for speculative stock, I do the tinatawag kong Pacman style. Ano ba yung Pacman style, guys? Yung bang in and out lang. So buy at support, sell at the resistance. That is my technique. Very, very simple. At dito sa analysis na ipapakita ko sa inyo, ma-realize nyo that you really don't need those complicated indicators. You just need trend lines, support and resistance. You can trade this speculative stock confidently, guys. And the main point here is that buy at that support, sell at the resistance, exit if your support will be broken. Very easy. So you don't really need to make it complicated. Trade, you can trade it in a very simple way and very almost lesser risk. So even though it is speculative stock, you can still go for a less risk strategy. And this is what I will show to you, right? So are you ready, guys? So let me check who are those guys. Wow, 33 joiners. Wow. Welcome sa inyong lahat, especially mga latecomers. So you're still not late kasi meron lang akong naging mga introductory parts. So ayan, so from Hong Kong, si Cheryl nag-join. Wow. So marami na nag-join sa atin. Si Arlis is actually my student, currently subscriber of my weekly stock updates. So for those who are interested to my weekly stock updates, I am releasing stocks for mid-term, long-term, and swing trades. So swing trades, it's already added to my picks kasi maraming nagdi-demand. Kaya yun, dinagdag ko na. So wow, Willie from Bahrain. Si Willie talagang nag-aabang talaga to sa aking FB Live. So salamat sa mga followers ko at yung mga recently na nag-add sa akin sa Facebook. Salamat and hoping that makatulong itong aking FB Live ngayon. So ayan, simulan na natin. I hope that everybody is ready. And I hope that you will learn something from this within 30 minutes. So right, so ayan. Saan na yung Now Corporation? Ayan. Hinanda ko na yung chart ko kasi para mas mabilis yung natin analysis. All right. So guys, one tip. It's always good to analyze the chart with a higher time frame. Kasi in this way, our analysis is much more accurate and lesser noise, right? And in this way, you can spot those really support, which are really, how do you say, optimized na support na talagang makikita mo, klaro talaga sa chart na support. For example, this, at 1 hour chart, you can see this is a support. At a 1 day chart, 1 day, ayan, no? It's also coinciding sa ating 1 day chart. So, klaro talaga that this is support kasi swing high, swing low, and swing high again. So, you can see this is the pivot point. So, klaro talaga from the chart. But if you go to 15 minutes, guys, you will see a lot of noise there. So, noises are really, not good for trading. I mean, for analyzing the market kasi marami kang makikita dyan ng mga spikes. So, that is the advantage of trading for a shorter time frame. But of course, there is an advantage. But for me, for analyzing first, it's always good to see the big picture of the chart. The big picture. Remember that, guys. So this is the big picture. So 1 day. So of course, usually, pag medyo may mga historical trends na, 1 week is also good. But for Now Corporation, 1 week will be not so useful kasi tingnan mo naman, is ilang bars lang yung makikita mo sa sa taas. Kaya medyo pinalitan ko yan ng 1 day. At para ko naman, so yan, nag 1 day muna ako. Kung makikita nyo guys, this is the highest point, almost at the price 20. Pero napansin ko in the past days, ito yung sinusunod niya. So this point, then the next high, yung last week, yung bigla na lang bumulusok, then na-reach itong 16, then bagsak. So kung mag-draw ka ng trend line dyan, makikita mo, gagawa ka ng symmetrical triangle. And if you Google symmetrical triangle pattern, it's always good to enter a symmetrical triangle if it is breaking this side. So yan, dito sa point na to, pwede kang mag-enter pag mag-break. Pero this is just for momentum traders, right? For momentum traders na gusto talaga makasigurado na mayroon na talagang momentum at break na talaga. Pero for those traders who really wants to get the lowest price as possible, then this one at the edge or the lower side of the symmetrical triangle, when the price hits at that side, it's also good to buy. Or when the price goes to this support, that's the best. But so far, as you can see, the price is not really hitting to this part kasi nagre-respect siya sa lower side na to. So in that case, we can really see, and nakapansin natin na talagang symmetrical triangle yan. So go to 1 hour chart, ayan. So itong higher point na to, medyo in-ignore ko na at the moment from this. Kasi kung mag-project tayo ng trend line from here to here, as you can see, that was the previous week. This is okay, this is valid. But nagkaroon na ng tinatawag na break na yan at nagkaroon na ng range expansion. So in that case, I won't use that one as the reference. Rather, I will use this one as the high and this is the next high. If you project that, so meaning to say, the possible point na kung saan magti-take profit ulit yung mga traders is here in this side. So it might not go to 16, but will go to this 15.7 and so on. 15. Basta nandito lang sa ano na yan. So it can be, what I mean is that from here, makabili ka dyan. Let's say for example, nagkaroon ng a bullish move, no? So, ayan, pwede yung pumunta dito, or dito, or dito. So, susundan nyo lang yan, guys. So, once yung price nandyan na sa level na yan, you don't sell right away. But of course, yung mga hindi nakakamantay ng stock market, pwede nyo nang i-GTC yan. Ang problema lang, kasi pag na-break yan at tumaas pa, so meaning to say na mismo yung chance na tumaas pa yung profit mo. So at this side, abangan mo kung if there will be a price rejection. Pag sinabi kong price rejection, it's like this one. So, medyo tumataas siya, pero price naman ay bumababa. Nakaka-form siya ng ganitong candle na yung wick niya ay mahaba sa sa top part of the candle. So ayan, pag nagkaroon ng price rejection, ayun, then exit ka na. So paano ba halimbawa, kung para ka talaga maka-exit ng earlier without waiting too much, then you may also use now the 15 minutes. This is now the advantage of the 15-minute chart. So punta ka dito, tingnan mo, ayun no. So this candle just happened within 15 minutes. Imagine, so napaka-volatile talaga ng moment na to. Actually, I had a position at 13. I had a GTC order, sell order at 17. So hindi yun tumama. So kasi naging 16 lang yung maximum price during that day. So sayang, at nagising ako late na, 1 hour late. So dito ko na naabangan yung naano ko na yung price dito na. So at that point, yun, binenta ko na. So far meron din profit, but I should have profited here kung nagising lang ako ng tamang oras para nabantayan ko sana yung price rejection. But anyway, there will still be more opportunities later. Alright, so ayan guys, so pag magkaroon ng rejection dyan, you sell. Or for those naman hindi makakabantay ng market, you can put your sell order somewhere here at this price. So tingnan niyo lang dito, 15.5, 15.6, but 16 again might it's a lesser probability kasi ito yung sinusunod niya eh. But if ever, so this is now the next plan. Pag na-break yan, abangan niyo naman yung first day, yung 16 of course. Next is the 17. Ito yung second high. At pag na-break ulit yan, then ito naman yung next na take profit po, which is around 19.8 or close to 20. So ayan, so that's it for now. But stop losses for this kind of pattern or figure, usually or theoretically, kung nakabili ka dito, halimbawa dito mo nabili yung stop, then your stop loss should just be below that one. So for instance here, so you don't put your stop loss here kasi it is a support price, so you put your stop loss away from that. Ayan, so here in this place just below 12.8. So yung stop loss mo is around 12.10 or 12.2. Depends on you. So gaano kalaki yung risk na gusto mong i-take. Pwede mo rin ilagay dito, but the disadvantage is the risk that you are taking is already quite high. So that's why iba-iba talaga yung mga traders. Kasi iba-iba yung risk na gusto nating i-risk. Amount of risk that we want to take in the market. So, but what is important here is that you don't put your stop loss on the support kasi kung baga mag-automatic stop loss yan, mag-kick out ka na agad. Mag-kick out ka na agad sa trade. So, wala ka na. Exit ka na. Then, only to find out that the price will bounce from there and went up to the desired direction. So, ayan. That is all about Now Corporation. So, ayan. So, maraming nagjo-join talaga. Ayos. So, next week pa rin, pwede natin gawin ulit to. So, for those who want to contact me for stock mentorship program, you can write a message to me. For those who want to subscribe to my weekly stock updates, just to write to me for more info. Alright, guys. So usually yung strategy na ginagamit ko is price action trading strategy. Why? And bakit magtataka kayo kung bakit? Kasi price action is really in real time. Kumbaga pag mag-analyze ka sa market, pag ano yung ginagawa ng price, ibabase mo naman yung trading decision mo base sa galaw ng price. Kasi pag of course volume as well is part of that. But kung umaasa ka sa indicator, although I'm not saying that it is a bad one or there is no right or wrong here, But in terms of response, so response of price action is much more quicker than relying to indicators. Indicators are lagging usually, especially moving averages. And yung response mo ay late pa kasi mag-aantay ka ng sell signal from the indicators. Alright? So that's the difference between the two. Of course, I'm also using indicators sometimes, but my purpose is to confirm. For example, this one, see? So I have DMI. So as you can see, DMI is still above, and it means that buyers are still in control. MACD, I have volume indicator on balance volume. So as you can see, volume is still flat, all right? Pag tumaas to, it will indicate na talagang buyers are now coming in. And also here, as you can see in the past week, wala masyadong volume. But here, during that day, nag-spike siya. Pumasok ang mga buyers, but the next day, exit naman. So parang na-equalize lang. Diba? O, magkapareho lang yung level. Alright, so ayun. Proceed naman tayo sa next stop, PXP. So we have a quick time only to, or short time for PXP. But luckily, I have already drawn my levels. So as you can see, it's only about support and resistance here. And moving average. This I'm usually using exponential moving average for short term. For long term, I'm using moving average, a simple one. So, alright, tingnan muna natin. As you can see, ito, this is double top. So, kung makikita ka na, okay, this is the high, the next high, nagkaroon ng price rejection. So, you can already suspect here, there will be a double tops. So, what is double tops? So, dalawang tops. It indicates that the price will reverse. So, instead of going up, it will move down. And that's really happened to PXP because of these double tops. So, I'm looking at the 1-hour chart, as you can see. So, medyo anahin muna natin to, eliminate muna natin to avoid confusion. Right, so last time, sinabi ko na, last time yun. So, ito yun, no? This is the trend line. Upward trend line, but ito, na-break dito ng price. Then, sundan ng malakas na sell-off. Ayun. So, dito, nag-bounce. So, in that case, we have now this support. At yung support na yan is na-test. This support was retested here. So, ayun. And now, also, we can also draw a declining trend line or downward trend line if we connect the highs and this point here. Okay, we can also put it here. But medyo na-break na niya dito yung part na to. So, medyo extend ko na lang yan dito. So, this is just a kind of imaginary trend line for me. Kasi wala naman talagang dito nag-common points. But anyway, so, ayan. So, I just want to indicate that the price is going down. So, like a downtrend. Kasi meron tayong higher high. And then, tawag dito, lower low, higher low, then another low, higher low. So, ayan, two bottoms naman here. But the price keeps on moving down. So, yung higher highs dito, bumababa. So, it indicates that the trend is going down. So, ang aabangan natin dito kay PXP is this level. Teka lang. Okay, so dito sa level na yan. So, it can be a good buying opportunity. But if you buy here, we are expecting that the price will move up and break this. It needs to break this trend line. So, if ma-break yan, that is the point wherein it can go higher. And where can it go higher? The first will be this. It will act as a resistance. So, kasi common point siya dito at saka dito. So, that is 17.45. The next will be this one, previous high. So, 19.4. So, that is if the trend line will be broken. So, this is still our support. But if the trend goes against us, then the price might go to this next support level. Why support? Kasi this is lowest part here on this region. So it can happen that the price will move here and then bounce, but we are not sure on that. We are just kind of forecasting. But the bounce, we can only justify the bounce once we can see there is a bullish pin bar. So from a downtrending price, then nakita natin yung bullish pin bar. So bullish pin bar is actually a kind of it's an indication that buyers are coming in to push price higher. Alright, so pag na-break naman ito, so that is really not good anymore. So the stock can go as low as 9, 10 or 9. So that will be really bad. So this can be our last line of defense. Even here, if the price will go to this or will break this support, then I would really stay at the sideline and observe a really confirmed bounce and reversal of the trend. At bakit ko nasabi yan, guys? Makikita nyo dito, eliminate muna natin itong mga trend line. So tingnan nyo, this is EMA 20 and EMA 50. The price now is below, trading below the EMA 50. EMA 50 is a very significant moving average kasi this is dividing the long-term and short-term traders. So pag below na yan, usually yung stock price is moving farther down once nag-cross siya sa EMA 50. At tingnan nyo rin to, there is a crossover now of the EMA 20 and EMA 50. This is indicating a downward trend or the downtrend or a reversal of the trend. Alright, so ayun. Tingnan muna naman natin using Ichimoku. Ayan tingnan nyo, the same. So itong Ichimoku mismo nagko-confirm sa reversal na to. At kung titingnan nyo, itong price, itong candlestick na yan is already outside this cloud. Itong green, yung cloud, yung Kumu. At in Ichimoku indicator or indicator, pag yung price outside na yan sa baba, and this side is affected, it went out from this side, which is acts as a last line of defense, then delikado na yan. The stock can go downtrend. So how can we confirm that? Next week on Monday or tomorrow, pag the price will close below this candle, then it's better to exit, guys. Especially kung patient ka, ito na talaga yung last line of defense mo kasi confluence siya sa support. Then pag mag-close yung candle below that, then I would really suggest to exit, guys. At kung magkaroon tayo naman ng volume analysis, guys, walang masyadong buyers dito. This is the only point nagkaroon ng buyers. Dito, buying. Pero pababa yung trend. Dito wala na masyadong bumibili. May mga nagbebentahan pero hindi naman masyadong mataas or not above the average. So meaning to say, guys, yung mga traders dito nagpapakiramdaman lang kung ano ba yung magiging galaw nitong stock. So yung kailangan natin mga crucial levels na tingnan natin, ito 14.54 or ito 13.55. Pero kung gusto mo talagang maka-exit ng earlier before anything can happen, then if the price closes below this last candle 1 hour, then I would exit the trade and then stay at the sideline, observe when is the confirmed reversal of PXP. And then saka nga pala, before I forgot, I just checked earlier recent news about PXP at teka lang. There is a bad news about PXP kasi nagkaroon sila ng declined earning. This news is released last this is March 6, guys. So March 6, it was last week. Yeah, so last Tuesday. PXP Energy reports 39.1 million net loss, guys. So bakit net loss? Kasi wala pang hindi pa nagko-continue yung oil drilling wala pa, hindi dahil sa conflict pa with the Chinese government at mga diplomatic na proseso pang kinakailangan para i-reopen nila yan. But of course, guys, expect that pag ma-reopen ulit yung oil exploration sa West Philippine Sea, expect that there will be a huge hype again for this stock. So kaya if you are really fond of speculative trading, if this stock will go or dip, the price will dip, I would really buy when the price is really dipping. Pero itong ganitong price, medyo alanganin pa. Pag sinabi kong dip, guys, bumalik ulit dito sa 9 below. So I would really buy at that price and then hold until such time magkaroon ng positive news about PXP na mayroon na talagang malaking chance na i-reopen yung oil exploration sa West Philippine Sea. So for your homework, guys, just read more about this oil exploration which relates to PXP kasi talagang it's also speculative stocks, very interesting. You can really high reward once the positive news will come. But if the negative news will come, then that would be really not okay. So kagaya nito, this is actually normal na may mga losses sila in the last year kasi nga hindi pa nga sila nakapag-continue ng drilling. So kung walang drilling, walang money, walang earning. Walang oil, walang money. So that's really normal. So kasi puro lang silang expenses preparing for those equipments that they need to use if ever the exploration will continue. So they will need more equipments, right? So they need to spend a lot for that. But it's not yet sure also na mayroon talagang oil. That's the problem. So kaya nga, I tag this PXP also as a speculative stock. All right, guys. So ayun, I hope that this was very useful for all of you. Again, for those who are very interested to get me as your mentor, then feel free to message me. And for those who would like to access my weekly stock updates, wherein I am releasing stocks for midterm, long-term, and swing trading, then you can really message me so I can, add you to my group. So, guys, one very important thing with my weekly stock update, it's not all about spoon feeding. Kasi I am also posting my chart with my analysis, and you can learn from those analysis. So while you are still learning in the market, to trade the market, you are also earning. So you earn while you learn. So, di ba? Usually, we learn first before we earn. Pero itong weekly stock updates, you can already earn before while you are learning. So, ayos to. So, ayan guys. So, thank you very much to all of you for joining. I hope that next week, pwede nating ulitin ulit to. Iboboto nyo lang yung pool na nire-release ko kung ano man yung nakikita kong talagang trending na mga stock, nilalagay ko yan sa one of my list para iboto nyo. So just keep on voting and then we will do this live analysis. Alright guys, so thank you very much again. Mabuhay kayong lahat at I wish you all a very nice upcoming week. God bless you guys. Stock Mentor Neil, signing off.